JDW Blood Rumble 42nd show of 2023 by Colton Dennis. The crowd is cheering. Hello everyone and welcome to another night of wrestling. We want to welcome you to another Blood Rumble show. And how are you doing tonight? Asked announcer number 1. I'm a little disappointed, because last night at the Wild Bulls pay-per-view, we lost the LMDW Tag Team Championships. But, I'm glad that Hatred Slam is on the board again though, said announcer number 2. Well, maybe we'll have another opportunity to get them again. But tonight, we have a great match in store for you all. What do you say we head to the ring for it? Asked announcer number 1. I'm ready if you are my friend, said announcer number 2. Bell dings. This match is scheduled for one fall. Is a tag team steel cage match. Introducing the challengers first representing Hatred Slam, Eternity and Saffron. Next, representing Blood Rumble, Jewel and Twinkle. And their opponents representing the Wild Bull, Feline and Taz, said announcer number 3. Bell dings. All 6 women start climbing up the ropes. All 6 are doing the same thing, said announcer number 1. What happens if they all climb out at the same time? Asked announcer number 2. Then it's a draw I guess, said announcer number 1. Taz jumps over the cage wall. Jewel walks across the top rope then hits Taz's back. Taz groans. Jewel pulls Taz down the cage wall then punches her left side. Taz groans then does a back elbow onto Jewel. Jewel groans then holds onto the cage wall. Taz grabs Jewel's head then goes to bounce it off the cage wall. Jewel blocks then elbows Taz's stomach. Taz groans. Jewel wraps her right leg around Taz's left leg then does a Russian leg sweep off the top rope. Both Jewel and Taz land onto the mat then they groan. What a Russian leg sweep that was by Jewel, said announcer number 2. Feline is punching Saffron. Saffron falls down the ropes. Feline looks at Jewel then turns around. Jewel stands up then looks up at Feline. Feline jumps off the top turnbuckle then does a crossbody onto Jewel. What a crossbody by Feline, said announcer number 1. Feline stands up. Saffron kicks Feline's stomach, grabs her head then bounces it off the top turnbuckle. Feline groans. Both Eternity and Twinkle are standing on the top rope then continuously punching each other. Twinkle goes to punch Eternity. Eternity blocks then punches Twinkle. Twinkle is swaying on the top rope. Twinkle's gonna fall, said announcer number 2. Eternity punches Twinkle again. Twinkle continues swaying on the top rope. Eternity steps backwards then kicks Twinkle's right arm. Twinkle groans, lets go of the cage wall then falls onto the mat. Twinkle is down. Will this be Eternity's chance? Asked announcer number 2. Eternity climbs up the cage wall. Twinkle stands up, quickly climbs up the ropes then grabs Eternity's left leg. Eternity tries pushing Twinkle with her left leg. Twinkle is holding onto Eternity's left leg then pulls her down the cage wall. Both Eternity and Twinkle are punching each other again. Here these two go again, said announcer number 1. Saffron chops Feline's chest. Feline groans, walks along the ropes then stops. Saffron bounces Feline off of the ropes. Feline reverses it. Saffron bounces off of the ropes on the opposite side of the ring. Both Eternity and Twinkle fall onto the top rope then they groan. Oh, both Eternity and Twinkle get hung onto the top rope, said announcer number 2. Eternity, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to, said Saffron turning around. Feline superkicks Saffron. Oh, what a superkick by Feline, said announcer number 1. Feline looks at both Eternity and Twinkle, runs then bounces off of the ropes on the opposite side of the ring. Jewel quickly dropkicks Feline. Feline falls onto the mat, she groans then holds her face. What a dropkick out of nowhere by Jewel, said announcer number 2. Jewel stands up, picks Feline up then runs towards the cage wall. Feline goes into the cage wall then she groans. Jewel sends Feline into the cage wall, said announcer number 1. Jewel turns around. Taz clotheslines Jewel. Jewel groans then stands up. Taz clotheslines Jewel again. Jewel stands up. Taz kicks Jewel's stomach. Jewel groans then bends over. Taz lifts Jewel over her head. Look at the strength of Taz, said announcer number 2. Taz turns around. Saffron stands up. Taz throws Jewel onto Saffron. Both Jewel and Saffron are groaning. Taz is in complete control now, said announcer number 1. Taz looks at both Eternity and Twinkle, approaches them then climbs onto the second rope. What is Taz thinking here? Asked announcer number 2. I have no idea, said announcer number 1. Taz sets both Eternity and Twinkle up for a suplex then goes to lift them. Both Eternity and Twinkle block then hit both sides of Taz. Taz groans then breaks the hold. Both Eternity and Twinkle grab Taz's head then bounce it off the cage wall. Taz groans then falls onto the mat. There goes Taz, said announcer number 2. Both Eternity and Twinkle are climbing up the ropes, then standing onto the top of it. Taz slowly stands up. Both Eternity and Twinkle look at each other, nod their heads, jump off the top rope, then double dropkick Taz. Taz falls onto the mat, then she groans. Nice teamwork by both Eternity and Twinkle, said announcer number 1. I didn't think I would see those two working together, said announcer number 2. Both Eternity and Twinkle stand up, look at each other, at the cage door, then back at each other. Twinkle runs towards the cage door. Eternity grabs Twinkle's hair, then throws her backwards. Twinkle rolls backwards onto the mat, stands up, then jumps at Eternity. Eternity goes into the corner, then she groans. Twinkle is kicking Eternity's stomach. Eternity is groaning, then knees Twinkle's stomach. Twinkle groans. Eternity jumps onto the second rope. Twinkle stands up, then punches Eternity. Eternity groans, then she sways. Twinkle climbs onto the second rope, then sets Eternity up for a suplex. Eternity blocks the suplex, then punches Twinkle's left side. Twinkle groans. Eternity lifts Twinkle, then does a front suplex onto Twinkle. Twinkle lands face first onto the mat, she groans, then rolls onto her back. What a front suplex by Eternity, said announcer number 1. Eternity stands up onto the second rope. Feline stands up, then punches Eternity's stomach. Eternity groans, then sits onto the top turnbuckle. Feline climbs up the turnbuckle, jumps up, then does a Hurricane Rana onto Eternity. Eternity flips, then lands onto Twinkle. Both Eternity and Twinkle are groaning. What a move by Feline, said announcer number 2. Feline slowly stands up. Jewel dropkicks Feline. Feline falls through the middle rope. Feline's between the ropes and the steel cage. She needs to be careful, said announcer number 2. Jewel looks at Feline, runs, bounces off of the ropes on the opposite side of the ring, then does a baseball slide onto her. Feline goes into the cage wall, then she groans. Oh, right into the cage wall goes Feline. Jewel stands up. Come on, said Jewel. Saffron hits Jewel's back. Jewel groans, then walks towards the ropes. Saffron chops Jewel's chest. Jewel groans. Saffron bounces Jewel off of the ropes. Jewel reverses it, then bends over. Saffron stops, wraps her hands around Jewel's head, then does a swinging neckbreaker onto her. Jewel groans, then holds her head. Nice swinging neckbreaker by Saffron, said announcer number 1. Saffron stands up, then starts to climb up the ropes. Saffron is making her escape, said announcer number 2. But will she be able to get out before someone stops here? Asked announcer number 1. Saffron gets to the top rope, then starts climbing up the cage wall. Taz appears climbing up the ropes, gets to the top of them, then hits Saffron's back. Saffron groans, then elbows Taz. Taz groans, then punches Saffron's stomach. Saffron groans. Taz grabs Saffron's head, then goes to bounce it off the cage wall. Saffron blocks. Saffron blocked it, said announcer number 1. Saffron continuously elbows Taz's stomach. Taz continuously groaning, then lets go of Saffron's head. Saffron pushes Taz off the top rope. Taz lands onto the mat, then she groans. Saffron starts climbing up the cage wall. There goes Saffron. I think this could be Hatred Slam's night again, said announcer number 2. Saffron gets to the top of the cage, then starts to climb over it. Twinkle appears on the top rope, climbs up the cage wall a little, then grabs Saffron's left leg. Saffron is struggling, then tries pushing Twinkle with her left leg. Twinkle pulls onto Saffron's left leg. Saffron is groaning, then pushes Twinkle with her left foot. Twinkle lets go of Saffron's left leg, then sways onto the top turnbuckle. Saffron climbs over the cage wall. Saffron's over, said announcer number 1. Twinkle climbs up the cage wall more, then punches Saffron. Saffron is groaning. Twinkle grabs Saffron's hair, then pulls her back up. Saffron climbs back over the cage wall. Twinkle just pulled Saffron back inside the cage, said announcer number 2. Well, she's kinda leaning on the top of the cage, said announcer number 1. Twinkle punches Saffron. Saffron is groaning. Twinkle sets Saffron up for a suplex. No way, not from up there, said announcer number 2. Jewel climbs up the ropes, gets to the top of it, then punches Saffron. Saffron is groaning. Jewel sets Saffron up for a suplex. Both Jewel and Twinkle suplex Saffron off the top of the cage. All three land onto the mat, then they groan. Oh god, that was a dangerous move to do. Especially off the top of the cage wall, said announcer number 1. That was amazing, said announcer number 2. Eternity is crawling towards the cage door. The cage door opens. Eternity crawls underneath the bottom rope. Feline stands up, then continuously kicks Eternity. Eternity continuously groaning, then continues crawling. Taz, said Feline. Taz grabs both of Eternity's legs. Eternity's torso is hanging out the cage door. Feline grabs the cage door then slams it. The cage door hits Eternity. Eternity groans. Feline continuously slams the cage door onto Eternity. Eternity continuously groaning, then she goes limp. Oh man, Eternity could be out, said announcer number 1. Or dead, said announcer number 2. Pull her, said Feline. Taz stands up then pulls Eternity back into the ring. Feline shuts the cage door. That could have been their opportunity there, said announcer number 1. I think they want to do some more damage, said announcer number 2. Throw her into the cage wall, said Feline. Taz tries to pick Eternity up. Eternity falls onto the mat. Taz smiles, picks Eternity up, lifts her onto her right shoulder then runs at the cage wall. Eternity's head goes into the cage wall then she falls onto the mat. Eternity is out, said announcer number 1. Feline picks Twinkle up, runs towards the ropes then throws her through the middle of them. Twinkle's right shoulder goes into the cage wall, she falls between the ropes and the cage then she groans. Taz picks Jewel up. Jewel moves Taz's arms then continuously punches her. Taz continuously groaning then staggers backwards into the ropes. Jewel bounces Taz off the ropes. Taz reverses it. Feline superkicks Jewel. Jewel groans, staggers then she turns around. Taz kicks Jewel's stomach, sets her up then does an impaler DDT onto her. Jewel goes limp. Oh, a superkick into Tasmania. These two work well together, said announcer number 2. Saffron tries crawling towards the cage door. Feline kneels next to Saffron. Come on, it's right there. It's right there. Keep going, Saffron. You've got this, said Feline. Feline better be careful. Just one mistake and that's it, said announcer number 1. Feline stands up then continuously kicks Saffron. Saffron continuously groaning. Feline stops kicking Saffron. Taz picks Saffron up. Feline walks towards the corner then nods her head. Taz pushes Saffron. Feline superkicks Saffron. Saffron falls onto the mat. What another superkick, said announcer number 2. Taz smiles. Come on, said Feline. Both Feline and Taz are walking towards the cage door. The cage door opens. Both Feline and Taz go through the middle rope, walk out of the cage door then down steel stairs. Ring the bell, said referee number 1. Bell dings. Here's your winners, Feline and Taz, said announcer number 3. Oh man, that was an incredible match. I mean, with all the stuff that the men usually do. The women really impressed me here tonight. Especially Saffron being suplexed off the top of the cage, said announcer number 1. That was awesome. I mean, I hope these women are alright. But, how Feline and Taz just took this match at the end of it. And their double finishers onto Jewel. After that, they didn't stand a chance, said announcer number 2. Congratulations to both Feline and Taz. Plus to the Wild Bull for choosing them, said announcer number 1. Yeah, great decision, said announcer number 2. Well folks, we want to thank you for watching. Be safe out there and good night, said announcer number 1. Bye bye, said announcer number 2 waving. The crowd is booing. The end.